Alright, time for today's game. I guess I keep this. This will be the last game with Baratheon Banner of the Watch. Farewell, you sort of like not that great mid-range deck, just a bunch of dudes hanging out type of deck. We're up against Martell Assault, which could be very lame, but I'm not going to complain too much. At least it's like not, one of the various things that I don't like to play against. Let's see here. I guess this way we can get all 8 gold. And Robert already has a dupe in our hand, so it's fine that we didn't save the bodyguard for him. Do I start with Varys' riddle? What would his plot be? I don't know. I'm just going to do Summer Harvest. I legitimately have no idea what his start might be. Okay, that worked out. Now, do I want to go first? Because I do have Robert, but the Intimidate's not very relevant against Martell. And Martell always hates going first, so we'll make him first. That is why I do not open with... I mean, I don't even run trading with the Pintoshi, like, ever. But even if I did, I probably wouldn't start the game with it. I think trading and late Summer Feast were more like... before trade routes existed, those were the plots to have if you knew the other person was going to Valar, and you knew you were going to need to, like, refill as much as you could that turn. That's what this plot would be around for. That would have made sense. So the objective for this turn is to marshal the Red Keep and activate it at all costs. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of icon removal, so it might not be possible, but we'll see what happens. Because he can use Starfall on Robert, but I don't know. I'm going to have, 4 power icons? Hopefully that's more than he can handle. And I just want to draw cards, because I'm going to be able to play out most, if not all of my hand here. I mean, not literally all, but basically, like, all the value in my hand is going to be out. And I need to draw cards to make sure that he cannot punish me with resets. Because, it's guaranteed that he has them. Alright. Let's get this guy. Do we want Gates of the Moon? I don't think we really want to give him gold if we don't have to. And we can use the discount this way from the Sworn Brother. Let's do this. Get rid of whatever obnoxious card. Really, no non-characters. Well, okay. I'm not going to dupe him because he's going to play Dohaeris. So this way I can just marshal him back out. Ideally, we can draw 3 cards using the Insight and the Red Keep. But I won't be too surprised if he takes the icon off Moonboy just to stop the Insight. It's fine to use Maester Aemon in a challenge. Military claim is not a thing because Robert's just going to defend that if he declares it. Not attacking with Robert is also fine because we have enough characters that we don't need him. We can use smaller characters to attack that do not reward him for having Gaston Grey. And because he has Bastard Daughter, I was probably not going to declare military anyways. Okay. That's fine with me. Interesting. Does not want to let me use the spears on my Queensman, more than likely. That would be my guess. Well, this is the only thing we can really do. Do we just attack with Robert anyways? Yeah, let's do it. If he wants to use the Gaston Gray, that's fine, because then he can't use... I mean, he can, but it makes his Valar Dohaeris not good if he sends Robert back to my hand. And I have... Yeah, he doesn't even do it, because, like, he's just going to play Dohaeris, so what's the point? So, the goal was achieved. See, now we have lots more stuff to play back out after whatever resets that he wants to do. And I'm fine with Morghulis as well. I'll take Robert back with the Spears of the Merling King. That's not going to bother me. Might even want to play this, right? I think this is fine. Yep. Oh darn, he discarded my Robert with his bastard daughter. I'm screwed now. I actually don't have enough to marshal Robert back out, but that's fine. We don't really need him. Let's just do this. He has Varys, I saw that. Definitely something to keep in mind. I have exactly not enough to marshal any more characters. That's actually pretty frustrating. We can just do trade routes next turn, and that'll force out Dohaeris. Or just Varys, I mean. He can't marshal Varys yet, but he'll probably marshal him next turn. That would be my guess. Shadow City Bastard in the Flea Bottom pile is super annoying. So he can literally just take all of my icons this turn. But as long as I keep drawing off Red Keep, I think that's fine. Basically, the way that I'm going to win this, if I win it, and I do like my chances so far, is by just continuing to have cards on the board, and more cards than he is able to remove the icons from over the long term. Oh, that's annoying. Well, no Red Keep, but our hand is pretty full anyways. One thing he could do now that would be pretty annoying would be the first Snow of Winter. That definitely would be not something I would enjoy seeing from him. Probably pondering what Shadow's card to use here. And I do wonder what it'll be. I hope it's not, maybe it's even Varys, right? He could use Varys here. That would be fine. If he spins his Varys, then it makes my trade routes very appealing next turn. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I think he might do trade routes now. So I'm going to do this. Got him. Now we have our own trade routes for after he plays Valar Dohaeris. Again, the objective of the game is just to activate the Red Keep, basically at all costs, so that we cannot be lamed out by resets. So he didn't save a flea bottom gold. That's very nice of him. Let's do this. I'm going to target the Starfall Spy because I really don't want him to activate it. I guess I'll marshal... Yeah, Robert is a power icon, so we'll marshal him. And I guess we should also marshal the Bastard of Night Song. Once again, we're not duplicating Melisandre because his next plot is going to be Valar Dohaeris. So we can just marshal her back out. I guess I'll defend this. Why not? Not sure why he didn't use Starfall to allow him to win that challenge, but I'm not complaining. Once again, totally fine with him using Gaston Grey on the Bastard if he wants to. And once again, I predicted he will not use it. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense because it blocks me from using the ability. Yeah, he's trying to block my power gain as much as possible. But it makes his Valar Dohaeris not very good now. If I was him, I would not reveal Dohaeris here. It'll just make me lose Melisandre, which is not really worth it. Because he would also have to lose a character. Come on, dude, hit pass. What are you doing? Maybe he has a Iron Bank. That would be obnoxious. But I doubt that because he already did his challenges, so. Got the keep. Red keep really keeps you in the game, if you know what I mean. So now it's our trade routes because we're sticking with the strategy of just playing more stuff than he can control. Actually, maybe not. Let's do Force March and try to make him use Dohaeris, and then try to flip trade routes on the Dohaeris turn. That's interesting. I think I'm still going to make him first. Nah, I've got Robert. I'll go first. He has 2 claim. Now I'm going to do Melisandre so that I can use that to eat the 2 military claim if I have to. Do we marshal Jon Snow? Maybe. We can marshal him for 4, and then we'll have 3 for Selyse. That's pretty appealing, I guess. Basically guarantees that he'll use Valar Dohaeris. And I actually do like having Jon Snow on the board. He really helps me defend and prevent, hopefully prevent the opponent from like winning 2 claim challenges. Yeah, I guess it's still just going to be this guy. Dorne, that's super annoying. But luckily, it shouldn't matter this turn because, you know, well, he does have 1 reserve, but 4 cards, 1 reserve. I think I'm still okay with him using Dorne for now. Alright. Let's see if he has a Gaston Grey in Shadows. I'm just going to do this because it kind of forces an answer from him. Okay, Neil Littlefinger, that's fine. Good enough for me. And then we're going to pass, because defending his 2 claim is definitely more important than winning 1 claim military or the totally irrelevant intrigue challenge, since he, has 1 reserve. Just sit here and try to stop any sort of tricks from letting him deactivate the red keep. This is slightly concerning, because if he has Aereo Hota or Southwind Messenger and Shadows, I can get screwed pretty hard here. So I may just let him have this. I don't know, I'm going to do this. Come on, dude, hit pass. Well, what I meant by saying I'm going to do this is I'm just going to try to defend it with Jon Snow. And if he wants to use Aereo Hota or Southwind Messenger, then he got me. Keep my power icons where they are to try and defend my red keep. Okay, let me have it. That worked out. Damn, that's frustrating. Oh well, not much I can do about that. Hopefully Jon Snow is good enough to block a military, but I guess we'll find out. Wow. Well, that's bad. Well, he would have been good enough. Yeah, let's just do this. Now I'm just going to do Valar Morghulis. I mean, I had to flip it sometime, right? He gave me a situation where it's obviously worth using. Even though I have to kill my Jon Snow, sad times. Well, I was in a good spot, but obviously that turns things around a bit. Not sure what could happen now. I would say it's his advantage, probably. Just because he has Starfall, Fleabottom, Dorn, and what is that card? The Shadow City Bastard. It's going to be tough to fight against that over a long game. And since he got that big swing there, now I'm forced to reset, and it's going to be pushed into a really long game. Turns out I did misplay by even declaring that power challenge with Robert. Yeah, he knew I was going to Valar. So if I wasn't recording, I think I could just concede, but I guess I'll play it out. He cheesed me out, man. Totally friggin' got me with that Jack and Hagar. So yeah, like here, the Shadow City Bastard and Starfall combo will once again remove all of my icons from play. I guess my next plot is going to have to be counting coppers now. That's a shame. Well, because he did it that way, I guess it doesn't matter what I do. Hopefully he does not have 2 copies of March to the Wall. And you can see here what I described from the very start of the game. I've been run out of cards. Oh lord, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to concede. We don't have to play this out. The opponent's advantage is beyond overwhelming at this point. He was able to run me out of stuff, and he has the lame out engine of that I described a moment ago, the flea bottom, and I mean he's got a bunch of flea bottom targets now with like Dorn and shit. So he got me. I underestimated what he could do if I actually, actually declared one challenge. I should have played even more defensively. And then I could have had a chance because I could have prevented the bullshit that he did on that Winner You Die turn. But instead, that's how it happened. That's fine. I mean, I think I won the first 2 games I showed with this deck, so I suppose I was due for a loss. Still much more interesting than losing to Targaryen.